Okay, today we're going to talk about pinning applications to the start bar. So down here you'll see I just have Internet Explorer on my start bar. Now the cool thing is I can add other applications to the start bar that I want to launch quickly. So right now if I want to launch Internet Explorer, I just click on it and up it pops. So if this were closed, I could click on it and it would launch. Now if I want to launch it again, I hold down Shift and click and it will launch a second one. You'll also notice that I get these cool little submenus that pop up, and so you can see which applications or which windows are popping up for each application. So if I float over this, you can see, oh look, there's CNN. I move my cursor over, there's MSN, and I can continue to add more windows and more applications, and I'll get a little preview pane down here when I float over the icon on my start bar. So let's go ahead and add some more applications to our start bar. So let's see, I use Outlook a lot, so let's drag that on there. You'll see this little pin to taskbar show up. So I just drop that, there it goes. In my start menu I'm going to find Excel by just typing it in. There it is. I just pull that down, pin that to taskbar. See, I also use OneNote a lot. There it is. Drag that on there. Okay, so now I've got a couple applications that I use very frequently. I can click them and it will launch them, of course. Now the other really cool thing is if I right click on any of the applications that are on my start bar, it will show the most recent files that I have opened with that application. So these are the files that I look at most frequently in Excel. In this case, here's a draw schedule for a property that I'm working on. So I can just click on that and boom, there's that draw schedule pops up. So the great thing about that is that I don't have to dig around in the file system to go find which file I want to work on. I can just right click on it, go choose the file that I've worked on most recently. And now if we also go back and float over this, you'll see there's a little preview of the file that I had open, so I can look at all of the applications that I have open to see what's going on in them, and then I can float over them and then they'll show up. Now if I float off of them, they go away. So this is really handy if let's say I've got Notepad open or some other application where I'm taking notes. I might be making a note and then I think, oh, I need to know what cell B6 was. Let me just float over that. Up here I can look at cell D91, figure out that that's $55 or whatever, and then I can continue on in my email. It says, oh, I need $55 for that expense. So these are just some really handy examples of where this can be really useful to pin items to your start bar, float over them to see what's actually open, and you can right click on them to see what files you've accessed most recently, and this will work with anything that you have pinned to the start bar. I use these all the time and I hope that you find them to be useful too. See you next time.